I'm going to show you how to tell if the starter on your car is going bad, and we're going to start right now. My name is Aaron and this is Help Me DIY. Welcome to another video. If you would like to learn how to do stuff to your Boxster yourself, save some money, and do a lot of other DIY things, start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. This is my 1998 Porsche Boxster 986, and the starter is starting to go bad on it. And I'm gonna show you right now how I can tell. The car has been sitting here overnight, hasn't been started in a while, and so I'm gonna start it now, and we're gonna listen for a screeching sound that should be pretty obvious. Now, a lot of starters are up in the front. This being a Boxster, it is a mid-engine car, so my engine is right back here, so we're gonna listen for it back here when I start the car. So first, let me show you what a starter looks like. This is the new one that I'm going to be replacing my old failing one with, and I'm going to kind of describe how it works and explain what that noise is. And I'm going to split this video up into two parts. This video, which is showing you what is wrong and how to tell if there is something wrong, and then I'm going to have a separate video on actually replacing it. So in the next video, there will be a link in the description of this one. If you actually need to replace yours, you can see how to do that. But I just kind of want to talk about this piece here real quick. So there are two components of this. One is a motor that actually spins this gear around, and one is a solenoid that pushes this piece out. And there's a spring that pulls it back in. So that spring on this one is so good and strong that it's really hard to pull this piece out. So after I replace this, I'm going to show you on my worn one, and you can see the difference. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you a little demo of this. You might recognize this workspace. This is Will Brooks' garage from Renthusiast. You might check out his channel if you haven't seen it yet, especially if you're into air-cooled Porsches. He has a lot of really cool content. And he happened to have this lightweight flywheel laying around from one of his cars. So this is not a Boxster flywheel, but it will give you the same idea. So a lot of people have never actually seen one of these. This is the first one I've actually seen in person. So I just wanted to give you a little overview of what they do. So your crankshaft is attached to the flywheel right here. And the analogy that I heard is it's kind of like the table if you're doing pottery that spins around. So this thing stores energy. So when it spins, that energy from the inertia is spinning your drive shaft. And that's what keeps your engine running when it's idling, or when you accelerate, your clutch attaches to this and helps spin it. So what the starter does is starts it in motion. So your starter is going to be right here in your car, and you can see that the teeth on the starter interlock with the teeth on the flywheel, but it starts about here. And as I showed you before, this little piece, if you pull on it, will come out and stick out. So that's what the solenoid in this thing does. When you turn your ignition on, it sticks that part out so that it makes contact. And the motor in it turns this little gear and therefore turns your flywheel. So as you can see, this piece right here on the starter has to spin really fast to make this thing spin because it's so much bigger. So the issue that you can have, and you hear that squeal, is that this is engaged. It starts spinning this, your car starts, your flywheel starts spinning a lot faster than this, and if these gears on your starter do not disengage, it's gonna spin them internally really, really fast, and you're gonna get that whine. So sometimes the spring goes bad and doesn't retract this thing, or other issues with your starter. So that's kind of a little overview on how those things work.